Ashley and I'm the team leader.
Hi, I'm Rachel and I'm the co-team leader.
Hi, I'm Robert and I'm the main model maker.
Hi, I'm Yasmin and I'm video maker.
Hi, I'm Huda and I'm the report maker.
And we are Best MASH!
MASH standing for Modular Architecture Sustainable Housing.
So we decided as a team that we wanted to come back and discuss location. Then we were stopped. We liked the idea of modular houses and prefabs, but we weren't sure how to apply those ideas into some of the locations we were deciding on. We also had to decide who the main target group was.
We then thought about natural disasters and what people are affected by them. So then our idea progressed to a modular prefab refuge home that was not only easy and quick to build, but also eco-friendly and sustainable.
To go into more detail about our initial ideas, one of our ideas at first was to build an eco-hospital, as that was something we had never seen done before. But then we thought about how we were going to bring this idea to life, and it just didn't seem something our group was confident in pursuing. So then our idea progressed to a pre-built medical room that could be dropped into a war zone to help with injured soldiers, but again, we just didn't know how we were going to bring this idea to life. So then that's when we finally came to a solid idea. A prefabricated modular eco-house that could help in poorer countries that suffer from natural disasters at a large scale. We felt this idea suited our brief better, and our group decided that this was our final solution.
A lot of the research we did was on natural structures, because we already knew those structures would be good for our design as they've already worked in nature. So we wouldn't have to worry about trying to figure out, oh, would that actually work? Would that be strong enough? We already had one there that we knew would work for us. So we looked at the weaver's bird nest first, but we didn't really get much from that. It was alright, but not really good enough. But what really sparked inspiration in our design was the honeycomb structure, as the strength it has, but also the way that the hexagons can join together, creating a sense of community. Because for what we are creating, which is ultimately a substitute for refugee camps, you want there to be a sense of community, as you've had a lot of bad things happening, but you want them to have some hope. And a good way for that is to have that sense of community. We wanted to incorporate hexagons in our design somehow, as they are the strongest shape with their angles of 160 degrees. At first we thought about having multiple buildings that are all just hexagons. But then we thought about how triangles fit perfectly into hexagons, and there's still no wasted space for either. But we more like the one with that every home would be a little triangle and a hexagon, and then you could still join those hexagons together to really bring forward a sense of community. Now hexagons, I would say, are a bit more of a modern shape to use in architecture, because it's not been used much in the past from what we know. Not saying that it was never used, but it used to be more believed that triangles were the strongest shape. One good example of that is the Eiffel Tower.
We researched World War II prefab homes and were surprised by what we found out. These homes were originally just temporary, so most thought that it wouldn't be strong and would get destroyed easily if there was a natural disaster. But these houses were in fact built in a factory. The planning for them started in 1942, 3 years before the war ended, and in 1944, before D-Day, these plans were revealed by Winston Churchill, the Prime Minister at the time.
These ideas for the prefab houses came from the Birch Committee, which is named after Sir George Birch. The reason they began thinking of ideas for new housing is because they needed a quick solution to the housing crisis they knew they were about to face because of the bombings in the Black. They got the idea from the Americans. These were never only a British invention, they had been used all over the world after World War II. We also researched about energy sources. We researched solar power.
For solar power, we found out that there are 3 types. One is monocrystalline. The main advantage is that it has high efficiency and an exceptional performance rate. The disadvantage is that it has higher costs, which would make it harder if we use it lots of times. 2 is polycrystalline, which has a main disadvantage of a lower performance rate, and the efficiency is not the best. It is the opposite of the previous. and the last type is thin film.
This has the same disadvantages as the last type, but the advantage of this one is that it is portable and flexible. The advantages of solar panels are that they are, of course, a renewable energy source, and as of that, it reduces electricity bills. Even though for our project we wouldn't expect the people to pay energy bills, it also is a low maintenance cost.
We also thought about thermal power and how it is similar to solar power and smart glass.
When we thought about the places these would be going to, we knew they would be going to warmer places, so this was an easy way for us to have renewable energy. The heat in our building that we have built will be secure, as we have decided to use insulation that will keep all the heat in the house, and we are going to incorporate smart glass.
Smart glass will help keep the heat inside of the homes and not let it escape, as the windows will be so secure that the heat won't be able to move anywhere. Solar panels are another great way of safeguarding heat. As a group, we think that the heat will stay in the houses for long periods of time due to the equipment we would use in real life. Solar panels are mainly used in countries where they are closer to the equator, as they will be used more where if there's no sun, then the panels will not be used often. There is a type that you don't exactly need sun for. Thermal power itself means how fast heat is produced.
We hope you found our presentation interesting.
Thank you for listening.